The Marriage Conversation. Discovering new pathways to intimacy in marriage. With your host, Dr. Stephen Frew.
We often hear someone talk about the fast pace of life. I'm not so sure about this. Certainly, there are a lot of distractions, but fast pace? We have more aids to our day, more opportunity for leisure than perhaps any people in the history of humankind. Let's take another look at this. Hi, I'm Stephen Frew. Welcome to the Marriage Conversation. Did you know that most media rely on 20 to 30-second intervals to keep your attention? Have you ever heard anyone say that television produces ADD by forcing a kind of quick scan over and over to keep our attention, and so we learn not to focus? It's a weird idea, but it makes sense. We are children of the entertainment culture, and that, psychologically and spiritually speaking, doesn't come free. I know a middle-aged mother of 4 energetic and lovely children. She tells me often about the challenges of parenting. There's not enough time, she says, to give them each my full attention. She worries about the teenagers and the social pressure they face. She worries about the younger two and they're getting pushed to the side in the busy and hectic thrum of daily life. She drives them to school daily. I asked, "How long does it take?" She said, about 15 or 20 minutes. Are they all in the car together for that time? I asked. Yes, she said. She told me that they listen to a safe radio station, Radio Disney. I suggested she turn the radio off. We talked about television. How much do they watch? I asked. She thought maybe an hour and a half a night. I said, turn the TV off. She said, you want me to have 4 rebellious children in my house? We talked more about the use of time, the opportunity for conversations, the ambiance that healthy families established. I'm not a radical here, but maybe we are using the wrong headline. It's not so much the pace of life that prevents deep and rich and rewarding conversations in families. It may just be that we bought into a way of using time that takes us away from each other in a time when we have unprecedented access to one another. Communication networks that we take for granted didn't exist 30 years ago. But there's a built-in seduction to all this technology. The more we have, the more we are mesmerized by it. I lived on a farm for 5 of my growing up years. When we were out in the fields, there was no way to contact those in the house and no way for them to contact us. When we went to auction, we were out of touch with those at home. At the railroad crossings, there were signs that said, stop, look, listen. They were reminders of danger. Inattention to the fast-moving trains could be disastrous. Have you forgotten to stop and take a long look at each other? Then listen. Listen. Not to the offerings of the entertainment culture, but to the people you love. You may have forgotten that simple time together, without any technology, is a valuable and precious resource for family health. Focus on creating time when you are not distracted by anything. Risk being bored. Risk not knowing what to do with the time. Risk discovering each other anew every day. For more on this conversation, visit themarriageconversation.com. This is Stephen Frew. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Marriage Conversation. For more free articles, recordings, and videos, please visit The Marriage Conversation at www.marriageconversation.com.